everybody, I am Jaritha Lagulia and I'm back with day 7 of our self-denial journey. So today is actually Creative Wednesday, by the way. And so today I thought, why not come to the kitchen? It's Creative Wednesday after all. So today we're going to get a little creative and make a pizza. But first I need to introduce my assistant, one of our Ellen stars, Wesley Lagulia. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Hello everybody.
So yeah, he's going to be my assistant for today. And what we have here is, I already started by adding a teaspoon of yeast, a tablespoon of sugar, and a quarter cup of lukewarm water. I threw it all together and let it sit for a while so that the yeast can get frothy. After you let it sit for about 6 to 8 minutes, if I can say it like that, for 6 to 8 minutes, we are now going to add in the rest of our ingredients. So firstly, you're going to need a sieve, because we are going to start with our 5 cups of flour. So we're just going to scoop that into the sieve right here. And Wesley is just going to sieve it for us. Make sure to put it in. Don't put in too much. I'm just scooping it little by little so that it can be evenly sifted and not overflow the stuff. If I can say it like that. So yeah, that's all that I'm doing now. Adding in the flour. Making sure I get every bit and piece. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw the rest of it in there, because that's the only bit that's left. Oh wait, there's still a little left. So just throw that in there. And after that it is all sifted in, we are just going to add in a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of salt, a quarter cup of olive oil. Make sure everything gets in, and 2 cups of lukewarm water. And then I'm just going to take my wooden spoon and start mixing everything in. If you want, you can take a stand-up mixer with a red hook to make sure, if you don't want to whisk it manually, you can do that. Just making sure everything gets in off the sides and just folding it in. Just mixed it all in with my spoon, but now you're gonna wrestle with the dough like Jesus wrestles with the devil. So okay, just a pro tip that you can put your flour in a shaker. When you flour your surface, it will make it easier to throw instead of just picking up with hand throwing on the area, and it spreads more. So it's just gonna flour the surface. So now we just throw our dough onto the surface area. Just gonna put our bowl here, and then we're just gonna knead the dough for a little while, for a few minutes, just to make sure all the ingredients are well incorporated. After kneading it, your dough should only be slightly sticky. If it's very sticky, add additional flour. So right now all we're going to do is we're going to measure our ball, and then we are going to divide it into 4 equal parts. So all I do is I take my knife and then I'll just cut it depending on your what you get when you measure the whole ball, you should just like divide that number into 4. But usually mine is like if you divide it, it's like always around 80 grams. So yeah, so it's gonna be around there somewhere. And as you can see, it is. Okay, so as you can see, I already rolled the other 3 parts into balls. So I'm just gonna show you how I do it. So first I just take the corners, yeah, and fold them in, and then I just squish that all together, and then flip it, and then I'll just make a cup with my hand and just roll it around until it's a perfect circle. Or not, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be round, as you can see. So right now we take our reusable containers, an airtight container, and firstly all I'm going to do is just take a tablespoon of olive oil and throw that in the airtight container, and then Wesley over here is just going to take the brush and smear the whole inside, if I can say so. And that's what he's just doing. And after he has done that, all you are gonna do is take your brush, dip it in some olive oil, and take one of our circles. You can just like roll it again, and then you just take one of our circles, dip it in olive oil if you don't have enough olive oil on your brush, and then you're just gonna smear the ball. And after that, after we have smeared the whole top part, because if you drop the ball in, the bottom part is going to get the oil that is still left on the bottom. So that's why we don't do the bottom part. So all we are going to do is pick it up and bloop bloop it right in there, and then close it. The lid, make sure it is secure so no air gets in. Okay. Yeah, just like that, and then we're just gonna continue the other 3. We are gonna prepare our sauce. So all you need for the sauce is a 400-gram whole peeled tomatoes, okay, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So I give it over to Wesley.
First thing you must do, don't take the sauce out. You only take all the tomatoes that is in the sauce.
It's a whole situation, guys. As you can see, it's very big tomatoes. So yeah, we're just gonna get all of them out and make sure we don't miss anyone.
Can you please put it in?
Okay, so all that is out, as you can see. Okay. Now he is just gonna pound them real hard, and it's gonna smash and mush them. Like, you know that song, "The devil is under my feet," where you just jump, like just like mash it. Okay, so right now we got our dough that we prepared yesterday out of the fridge, and then we just leave it there for a few moments. So first what we are going to do is take our rolling pin and just cover that with flour real quick. Just make sure you get all the space. And then Wesley's just going to cover our surface area. Our surface area is covered. So all we need to do now is take out the dough that we prepared. Ooh. And the trick is to take the dough out like this, because the bottom that is gonna come out, the bottom is gonna be our top, and the top is gonna be the bottom. So you can see some olive oil is also coming out, but that's fine. So this is gonna be our top part of the pizza. So all we're gonna do now is gonna roll it out into a circle, hopefully. And if it doesn't come in a circle, it's fine. You can make a pizza, you can make it square, rectangular, it's fine. Anyway, you can even make it a triangle if you want to. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to make it a circle. Ooh, as you can see, you just need a little more flour there. Flour. Just covering there. Okay, thank you. As you can see, it's a very well floured surface. We're just going to cover the rolling pin as well. So now I'm just going to get back to rolling. Oof. I think the rolling pin needs a lot of flour. So just covering that really well. So yeah, so we're just going to roll it. And if you want it in a circle, then it should be 30 centimeters. The whole picture should be 30 centimeters from all angles. So I have what we call a pizza ruler. So now we're just going to measure with 30 centimeters. And as you can see, this is not 30 centimeters yet. So all we're going to do now is just continue rolling. And make sure you don't roll it out too thin. If you pick it up, you should be able to see the light shine through it. Then you know it's perfect, but make sure it isn't too thin that it breaks. So yeah, I think my pizza is ready. So as you can see now, all we did was transfer our rolled out pizza onto a tray so that it's just easier to slide into the baking tray. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna throw on the sauce, and one soup spoon is enough for one whole pizza. So yeah, it's just gonna scoop out. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna scoop out the sauce. Just scoop out. So now we're just gonna pour everything and then swirl it around the pizza to make sure each and every spot on the pizza is covered in sauce. So yeah, we're just gonna spread. Make sure you get everything out of the spoon, and it should be enough. One spoon should be enough. So right now all we are doing is grating our cheese to go onto the pizza. So I have mozzarella and here's Gouda. So as you can see, we have grated all our cheeses, and right here we have mozzarella cheese, Gouda cheese, but you can use cheddar instead of Gouda, but we prefer the taste of Gouda. And then here we have our Parmesan cheese. So right now we're going to get into the fun part, and that is decorating our pizza. So yeah. So usually 2 handfuls are enough. Is enough cheese of the mozzarella. Okay, maybe a few more, but okay, depending on your taste. So okay, that's enough. That's enough. So now I'm just going to spread it out just a little more. So yeah, and then after that we're just gonna add our bacon. It is a smart idea to pre-cook your bacon just a little bit. To pre-cook your bacon just a little bit so that it isn't raw when it goes into the oven.
The only reason why I did that because your bacon.
It's hot. Like we said, we pre-cooked it. So yeah, and while we were off camera, I just put the oven on 180 degrees, and you just spray your pan with whatever spray you use to keep it off. And then yeah, we use our spray and cook olive oil spray. That's what we use. So we just spray the pan and then put it in the oven so that your pan can be, or your baking tray can be hot enough for when the pizza goes in. So that just warms up the baking tray. And as you can see, we are done. with that. So now we just add a gouda on top. And we don't actually need a lot of this. 2 handfuls will be more than enough. Yeah. And our avocado we usually add on afterwards because we don't like warm avocado. So yeah, we're just going to put this in the oven real quick. As you can see today, we took all these ingredients and created a pizza. And just like that, that is how it is in life. You give the Lord all your bits and pieces, and at the end of the day, He combines it to create a wonderful and talented masterpiece. Okay, so as you can see, we just took our pizza out of the oven, and all we are going to do now is we're going to dust it off with some Parmesan cheese. Just make sure it's covered. And the reason why we don't put in the Parmesan into the oven with the other cheese, it's because Parmesan, like, it's already melting now, and if it goes into the oven, it's actually going to burn. So yeah, that's all. We just put it on afterwards. And now we're just going to put on the avocado that we already cut up in blocks. Just make sure it covers your entire pizza and that all the spaces get the equal amount. Then we're just gonna take our pizza cutter and cut it. Oh. As you can see, it isn't hot right now, that's why I can actually touch it. And if it is in a circle, you can cut it like I am cutting it right now, like in a triangle. But if it's like a rectangle or square, you can just cut it into 8 blocks. And there you go. So the verse for today is Hebrews 12 verse 1 till 2. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and every sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and the perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endureth the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Just a summary. God has perfect timing, never late, never early. It takes a little bit of patience and faith, but it is worth the wait.